Hi, I'm Christina Lopez. I'm a clinical psychologist and an assistant professor at the Medical University of South Carolina.
And I'm Hernandez. I'm a health administrator and psychologist and a research instructor at the Medical University of South Carolina.
All right, so our project is, the goal is to increase the adherence of many underserved comorbid people with type 2 diabetes. Many comorbid type 2 diabetic patients also have comorbid post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, that is actually preventing better adherence with their diet and insulin schedule due to their diabetes. This first study will assess the effects of trauma exposure and PTSD symptoms on self-reported diabetes self-management behaviors and also their A1C levels. We predict that patients who endorse more trauma symptoms or PTSD symptoms will have higher A1Cs or less control of their diabetes management and also less reported self-care activities than those patients with no trauma histories or no histories of trauma exposure.
The outcome that we are expecting to get from this study is, or we hope to understand better how the mechanism of emotions, either negative emotions or positive emotions, and also mental health conditions such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, anxiety, and depression affect one's ability to engage in adequate treatment of diabetes, and as a result in a good control shown by physiological parameters such as glucose levels or A1C levels. Our future directions will be directed to produce tailored treatments, either motivational interviewing to address negative emotions related to diabetes and psychological interventions to address depression, anxiety, and PTSD that could be a burden to manage one's diabetes condition. And also it's very important for us, considering that we work with minority population and they are usually the most affected by this disease, to develop culturally sensitive treatments for diabetes.
What does this research mean to me? Working within health disparities is definitely my passion. It often means working with populations with compounded needs, either due to access to treatment or knowledge or attitudes towards providers. Often PTSD treatment has stigma associated with it because of its mental health stigma, but it also has lasting effects on physical health. And so by bringing in tailored PTSD treatment into primary care for chronic disease, we are really helping people that may have not otherwise accessed services and also helping them with better treatment management of their chronic disease, in this case, diabetes.
Thank you for taking the time to look at our research at Donors Cure.
We really appreciate your support and thank you in advance for your donation.